monsters, the classic monsters, the literary and universal monsters that we all know and love, Dracula, Dr. Frankenstein, and Dr. Jekyll, all have decided that it's finally time for them to break free of the chains that bind, and it's time for them to come out from underneath the shadow of the abusive and dominant and codependent and controlling relationships they've been in with their masters.
They team up and kind of find out that they have their own little weird bond within themselves and rely on each other more than they probably want, which is almost ironic because they wanted to be independent, but they find out it's better sometimes to be with people who think like you do and who you can learn from.
Dr. Occult has to save her. So this image you see here of the mesmerized, swooning woman and the man fending off a vampire to protect her and her virtue, that's important, is pretty common. He sort of saves himself by using her body against her will. So is it true female empowerment or not? So
aging is a big issue. Domesticity versus working women comes up time and again in the comics that we're going to be looking at. Misbehaving housewives probably are witches, probably possessed by the devil.
Ghosts have no issues because they're dead.
Most vampire characters at the time were male, so along comes this very sexy female who's portrayed as a hero, not a villain. During the Bronze Age, we get more diversity and inclusion. More creators are tackling important social issues such as racism, sexism, poverty, and drug abuse.
Being an influence on, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but the phrase, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it feels right.
The ideas that he had for talking about, what is Cannibal Family like 40 years later, and how they've tried to grapple with how the world has moved on and trying to put the past behind them. And I told him that's such a wonderful idea. You should just change everybody's names and make it like your own IP. And as we started thinking and talking these things out, we realized that the best idea would be to gender flip. They're calling her the matron, and I was like, the matron, that's badass. So we use that as a title, and she snaps, and then she puts on her grandmother's mask and takes up her axe and starts killing rich people and eating them.